Hello. Today I'm going to be reading the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 18 through 26. While Jesus was speaking, an official came forward, knelt down before him, and said, "My daughter has just died. But come, lay your hand on her, and she will live." Jesus rose and followed him, and so did his disciples. A woman suffering hemorrhages for 12 years came up behind him and touched the tassel of his cloak. She said to herself, "If only I can touch his cloak, I shall be cured." Jesus turned around and saw her and said, "Courage, daughter, your faith has saved you." And from that hour, the woman was cured. When Jesus arrived at the official's house and saw the flute players and the crowd who were making a commotion, he said, "Go away, the girl is not dead, but sleeping." And they ridiculed him. When the crowd was put out, he came and took her by the hand, and the little girl arose. And news of this spread throughout all that land. This is really, I've read this a bunch of times, and something that's a little bit unique this morning when I'm reading this is listen to what the man says about his daughter. "But come, lay your hand on her, and she will live." He had faith. He wasn't saying, "Is there something you can do? Is there an ointment you have?" He said, "No, you come lay your hand on my daughter, and she will be well." It wasn't a question. It wasn't a hope. It was it will be. And then you have the woman following behind, which her suffering a hemorrhage for 12 years, when a woman suffered a hemorrhage back then, which is kind of like her time of the month, women were considered unclean. And so partially I think that's in part why she wasn't as she didn't get in Jesus' face like the guy did. But she said, "If only I can touch his cloak, I shall be cured." Not I hope, I shall. And Jesus' reply, "Courage, daughter, your faith has saved you." How often do I have faith that God will help me in the things that I want help with? And am I patient for it to happen? I kind of wonder, here's Jesus walking across. I imagine him kind of walking across a town or whatever to go see this little girl, and he stops for this woman who's hemorrhaging and unclean. And what does the guy think who wants his daughter? His daughter's dead, and he wants his daughter raised up. If it was me, today is my only daughter's birthday. If it was me, I would be going out of my mind. I would be yelling and screaming, be like, "We gotta go. We got to get this done." Do I have this kind of faith in my life? I'll be honest, not always. I live in a culture where everything's instant. Google and drive-thrus and instant access to everything. I'll be honest, there have been plenty of times in my life where I've not been patient for God to answer my prayers. I was teaching my Sunday school class one day, and I asked them, I said, how many things in the Bible does God get up in a hurry to do? And they're like, "Well, there's creation 7 days." Well, I see the book of Genesis more of a poetic way of explaining the birth of the world and God's creation. I don't think he did it literally in 7 days, but I think if God wanted to do it in 7 days, he could. I could be wrong on that. There are a few instances in the Bible, but more often than not, when you read the Bible, I see again and again and again God taking his time. I see Jesus taking his time. Jesus knew what he was here for. He just didn't go out and teach for a couple of months and was like, okay, get me on the cross. Do it. Let's get it done. Let's get it over with. He took his time. He walked. Here he is, the King of Kings. He's the God of the universe. He's God incarnate. He's the Son of God. Jesus was. And he's walking everywhere. No chariot. No horse. Not even a mule until he gets to Jerusalem. He walks. He takes his time here. He goes in and says, the girl is not dead, but sleeping. He could have walked in, just rushed right up to her, touched her, be like, get her done, get her go. I don't know, maybe not like that, but, instead he walks in and he's like, God takes his time because he wants his way to be felt. There's a reason why God does things slowly. Wow, that was loud. There's a reason why God does things slowly. And it's taken some time, but I'm learning to appreciate that. And I hope that you learn to appreciate it too. And I hope that, more importantly, you realize that faith in Jesus will set you free. That faith in Jesus will give you everlasting life. And that I hope that you are patient. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, I love you so very much. I'm ready to get out there and go have another day. I thank you for another day. I thank you for all my many blessings. Please help me to be patient in this day, so that I can see your way, so that I can see your path. Let it shine brightly so that I can find myself home to you. There are so many people I know that are hurting right now and need your help. Please send your spirit and send your angels and surround them with love and compassion and help them to see your way as well, so that they can come home to you where you're waiting to share your home with us for eternity, because you love us so very much. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Holy Spirit. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Remember, first, last, and always pray.